Hello guys and welcome back to the Traitors Australia, and today we are talking about another mind-blowing episode. I cannot tell you how good this series is. All of you people in the comment section that were like, oh, Australia season 1's so good, Australia season 1's so good, I was like, nah, surely not. Surely it's not that good. This actually might be my favourite series of the Traitors. This has been spectacular. Twists, turns, upside downs, roller coasters of emotions. Oh my goodness, this has been non-stop, and we've still got 2 episodes left. I don't know how this series is going to end, because every time I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to go this way, something crazy happens and the game changes once again. So guys, if you have been enjoying the episodes, make sure to subscribe. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I'm on holiday at the moment, technically, so I hope we've reached 700 subscribers. You better have got me to 700 subscribers. Come on, guys. What are you doing? What are you slacking? If you're not subscribed watching these videos, what are you doing? Come on. I get 200 views on these videos, right, sometimes, over a couple of days. And I know not everybody that's watching is subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, I'm asking you, please, 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 get us to 1,000. Get us to 800 and then get us to 1,000. Because then I can start actually making more money off of this, and then I can start making more videos, I can do more content, and I can start actually building this up to be something that is a little nest egg for me, which I know sounds a little bit ridiculous, but like, come on, this is my little side hustle. I'm not doing OnlyFans, I'm not doing streaming, although I want to do streaming, I might get into that, but I'm doing this for you guys, and it takes up a lot of my time, so please, 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 if you do enjoy, make sure to subscribe. So we've got breakfast, and breakfast was interesting. Interesting indeed. Craig completely trusts Nigel, and I feel like that's going to be Craig's downfall. It's going to be interesting to see where that goes. Kate was sure that Teresa was going to be murdered, but then obviously Teresa walks in, and everyone was like, and then finally, Nigel doesn't really trust Alex that much. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But guys, and this is a big moment. I don't have any sound effects ready, but like, Paul finally got some airtime. Oh my God, well done, Paul. Well done. I'm so proud of you. You finally got some airtime. You finally got your first confessional. I was like, rah, I've never seen this man before. Who is he? Who is this man? Crazy that we are 10 episodes in and this is the first time I've seen him in the confessional booth. What? And then he was just getting a lot more screen time. And I worked out that it's because there's only 7 people left and they have to fill the episode somehow. So they have to use his content, which I find absolutely hysterical and really, really funny. So we ended up with Paul, Craig and Kate on death row. So no one died, but those 3 were on death row. And that means that they have a 1 in 3 chance of being murdered. Oh, interesting. The benefits of killing one of those 3 and the benefits of having them up there. Nobody really went, oh, there must be a traitor up, which I thought was very interesting. Every other series that I've watched where they've done something like this, they've immediately gone, oh, one of them must be a traitor. Oh my God. And then like sometimes there's not even a traitor up there. So they're just barking up the wrong tree completely. But it was interesting to see that Paul, Craig and Kate were the ones that they chose. I thought Teresa would be up there, but I'm glad she's not because that means she's safe for now. But it is a little bit worrying that Kate's up there because I'm kind of team Kate now. I'm team Kate and, what's her face? Teresa. Like, Miss Marple and Poirot. I'm all here for it. I'm here. I'm sat. I'm seated. Let's go. So the mission today was the laser art challenge. We've seen it in UK 1, we've seen it in US 1, and now we've seen it in Australia 1. But this version was actually a lot better because if you broke the beam, you could just go back to the beginning and start again. It was actually all right. It was tolerable to watch and it wasn't over in like 5 minutes. So I thought that was quite good. But Teresa was pissed off. She was like, what the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean I need to like go around lasers. Do I look like I'm nimble enough to go around lasers? That was brilliant. But she was absolutely commentating the shit out of this. In her little confessional booth, she was like, Lewis, bollocks. She was just slating them all. The only person that was actually good and actually managed to get any money for the team was Nigel. He managed to get what did they have at the end of the last episode? Let me look. So they got 14,000. So I think they were on like 184. So I think he managed to get 16,000 all on his own, just from going backwards and forwards by himself. Genuinely, this man is like a little cat. It's really funny to watch, but he's done an absolute service. They're now up to 200,000 Australian dollars, which is crazy amounts of money. That's wild, but they're doing absolutely fabulous. So let's move on to the Shield Challenge. Now, the Shield Challenge was an interesting one. They had to go along with metal detectors to find puzzle pieces in the ground, then solve the puzzle, and then it was just a bit hectic. Lewis and what's his face, Nigel, were trying to solve the puzzle, and yeah, Lewis was the target for this episode. And do you remember back when Kate won and I had the whole rant of like, so funny how people who are being accused of being a traitor and are the next ones on the chopping block always end up getting the shield and protecting them from banishment. And honestly, it's good that the shield has not been in every single episode. I think that's very good because it is OP, but it has been used very strategically. Nigel won one, Kate won one, and now Lewis has won one, which is now forcing everybody to look in a completely different direction. And boy, the different direction was crazy. So here are some suspicions. I've got to say it's not looking good for Nigel because it's really, really tough. It's really, really tough because Nigel, people have started to notice that his name's never been brought up at the round table. No one's actually ever had any suspicions on him. And then I think it was Alex brought up the first shield mission, and she was like, oh, it's weird because like Nigel was going so hard for that shield, but like, did he actually need it? And then when they actually started to think about it, Alex was like, oh, isn't it funny that like the people who went into the water were Lewis, and then there was Claire, Marielle, and Angus. Huh. That's a bit strange. I can't believe Alex baited him out. I actually can't believe it. She just sprinkled them seeds like she did with Marielle. Did she sprinkle the seeds with Marielle? No, Marielle actually fucked herself up, but Alex still turned on her. But I think Alex realizes she needs to get to the end on her own. And so the best way she can do that is by getting rid of Nigel. And honestly, I didn't expect it to happen. I didn't. I thought it was going to be... I thought it was going to be Lewis going out today. And then I was like, oh, maybe they'll get rid of Kate. And the best bit is that Nigel worked out that they were onto him. And then started to put into effect the whole sort of like, right, how do I get out of this? So he started by going, maybe we should all vote for Teresa. Maybe we should all vote for Kate. And it just... You can see him panicking, but he kept so composed and so sort of strong that I was like, this man, bit of a sociopath, but also very good at the game, because honestly, he was like, I'm bringing out my hostage training because like, I need to persuade these people not to vote me. I have to. I want to stay in the game. And I was like, rah, this man is going to fight to the death. Yeah, this was interesting. This was interesting. So we come into the round table, and I gotta start this off by saying Roger is a sly bastard. I think he had to tone it down for season 2, but he really does give the faithful clues. It's weird because it's like the 3 versions that I've seen, the US, the UK, and Australia, Roger's very on the side of the faithful. Claudia's very on the side of the traitors, and then Alan just wants chaos to happen, and it's really entertaining. So Roger's been giving them a lot of clues. He told them that there was a recruitment rather than letting them work that out for themselves. He mentioned in today's trial that maybe people need to start looking at their close allies. And obviously it was like a hint to Craig to be like, Nigel. So, I don't know. How do I feel about him dropping those kind of hints? Not great, but it is what it is. Moving on to the actual sort of round table, Nigel started by telling Lewis he got lucky. And then he was like, guys, if you vote for me, you're shooting yourself in the foot because it's not me. And I was like, okay, what else have you got? Paul's then like, you shouldn't have to keep saying that you're faithful if you're actually faithful. I've never said that. Also, this is the first time Paul's talked around the table. So, like, big, crazy. But he made a good point. He has never had to say, as far as we can tell, that he is a faithful. And so it kind of, why do you have to keep on saying you're a faithful? It's very, very interesting. Craig's then like, I think Nigel got recruited. And I was like, no, Nigel! No! Because Craig, your bestie, now believes that you've been recruited. No! Oh, no! Oh, absolutely dread. I know. And then Alex brought up the whole shield situation. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, no! No, it's all over for Nigel. I could just see his world crumbling. And then she was like, what was your motivation for that? And he was like, my motivation was I wanted to survive the night. You never know when you're going to go. You don't. So I could have gone that night. I wanted to fight for it. And I also wanted to potentially stop the traitors from getting it so that we could get them out. And I was like, oh, okay. This is decent. And then Nigel was like, Nigel was asked, why didn't you vote for Marielle by Kate? And Nigel was like, well, the plan was originally to vote for Lewis. And that was the plan we came up with. And Craig was like, well, no, actually, you were in on the plan to vote for Marielle. And then Nigel was like, well, I didn't get a chance to talk to Teresa, who was in on the original plan, to confirm whether that was what we were switching to. So I just stuck to the original plan. Which was a decent excuse, but the writing was on the wall. And then Nigel was like, Teresa was converted. And I was like, you've lost it. Your one ally was Teresa. The one person who believed it might not have been you. You should have turned it on Kate. Oh, it's a fat out. And then he did turn it on Kate and was like, Kate, you go around manipulating everyone. This is the second time that you've rallied votes around for someone, and it's just feeling traitorish. Poor Nigel. Poor Nigel. He just looked like a deer in headlights for the majority of this. He did a good job of explaining himself without his voice quaking, but whenever someone turned it on him, it's like his eyes widened a little bit and he was like, fuck, how am I going to get myself out of this? And then when he spoke, he was eloquent and clear, but then when someone rebutted, it was like, oh, fuck, what have I done? Ah, it's over. But we do come to voting time, and voting time was interesting indeed. Teresa voted for Paul. Lewis voted for Nigel. Nigel voted for Teresa. And as soon as he voted for Teresa, I was like, because we're coming up on Death Alley. And then Craig voted for Nigel. And that was the moment I knew it was done. Because I knew Alex would be voting for Nigel. I knew Paul would be voting for Nigel. And I knew Kate would be voting for Nigel. So it just... oh, this man did such a fantastic job of remaining completely and utterly incognito. And then when it came to it, fumbled. And it wasn't even his fault. Alex dripped seeds. Alex stabbed him in the back and got rid of him. So, like, I can't even say it was a mistake of his own doing. If the mistake was him going for the shield in episode 5 or something like that, that's how long ago it was. Oh, bless him. Honestly, poor man. This guy deserves the world. Genuinely deserves the world. And yeah, oh, bless him. Oh, bless. Because he was doing such a fantastic job. When he got up and he was like, yeah, I was one of Australia's longest held hostages for like 460 days, I was like, oh, I forgot about that. I actually forgot you were held hostage. I just thought you were a hostage negotiator. I actually completely forgot about that whole plot line. So, yeah, do you know what? Nigel, you did a fantastic job. You will be getting rated very highly in my rankings at the end of this series. But other than that, unfortunately, you had to go. And it's time to move on to Traitors Tower. So, Traitors Tower, tough. It was just Alex, and it was a little bit awkward at the start. She was like, sorry, Nige. Sorry, Nige. And then she read the letter, and it told her that she must recruit. And I was like, okay, that's okay, I guess. But it is a bit late in the game to be recruiting. I don't know. It feels a little bit late in the game. But she chose to recruit Kate. And Kate accepted. And this is what I mean by this game has now been blown wide open, because Kate has been confirmed innocent and now she's become a traitor. And I don't know how to process this information. It's a crazy situation that we found ourselves in, but actually I think this is a brilliant outcome. I'm rooting for Teresa. Don't think she's going to win, bless her. But she's been doing a fantastic job of surviving and entertaining. Come on, she's the most entertaining person there. But anyway, they were also told that they could murder someone. I thought that was a bit OP. You've just recruited someone and now you're going to murder? So there's going to be 5 people left. 3 of them are faithful, 2 of them are traitors. It just feels like the numbers are a bit uneven and a bit unfair at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the traitors have got a really, really easy shot to the end now, and I'm hoping the faithful can pull it back. But I also don't think Paul or Lewis deserve to win. I think Teresa does. So, oh yeah, tough. It's going to be tough to get the traitors out, because I don't think anybody has any suspect on Alex or Kate. Shit. Oh, also, the murder came down to Paul and Craig, and I think Paul's going to go. I can't see them killing Craig. But then also there's suspect on Paul, so maybe they would keep Paul. I don't know. Interesting. But that is all we have time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with Celebrity Big Brother content tomorrow. I've been away. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to keep up with it. I have been watching it though. Future Ethan has been watching it, because current Ethan, I mean the eviction. When I'm recording this, the double eviction, which I'm really hoping is going to be Levi and Louis. That hasn't happened yet, so I don't know who's gone. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. But I will see you guys tomorrow for more content, and I will finish off the Traitors Australia as soon as Big Brother Celebrity is over. Okay? So thank you guys very, very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to keep on subscribing. Make sure to keep on ranting, and I'll see you guys later. Bye now.